Even though I'm totally scared of bugs, it's undeniable that one of the most important insects in the world are bees. Welcome back to day 61 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister S, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. Bees are part of the various species of pollinators which not only help our world grow, but also to thrive. And in order to do that, sometimes we as humans have a unique relationship with bees where, in exchange for some shelter and protection, bees provide us with one of nature's sweetest treats, honey. Our symbiotic relationship has spanned for over 10,000 years, and the fact that it has lasted till present day is nothing to scoff at. But in times like these, I remember that honeybee populations in North America are sadly in a decline, from natural habitat destruction, pesticides, and climate change. And maybe one of the only ways we can save the bees is to grow and maintain a bunch of native flowers. But anyways, what's your favorite way to use honey? Let us know. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 62. From large mansions to all-inclusive vacations and of course massive life-changing money, winning the jackpot in the lottery is something we've all dreamed about once or twice, right? Welcome back to day 62 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister S, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. Lotteries seem to sell it all, your hopes and dreams made manifest in a single ticket. You too could win that lifestyle you've always dreamed of, is what they say, but we all know that winning the lottery requires some pretty ungodly amount of luck. And while winning some crazy money would be pretty amazing to have, I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to go into hiding for the rest of my life. I mean, we've all heard the horror stories before of people who spent it all in one go, or random people who just suddenly reappear in your life who might just happen to need to ask you for a favor or three. But anyways, what would your dream purchase be if you won the lottery? Let us know. Thanks for joining us, we'll see you tomorrow for day 63. Snow is melting, the days are getting warmer and longer, and we're quickly inching towards spring. That being said, it's still chilly enough that you might want to drape a scarf around your shoulders. Welcome to day 63 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. Scarves are so versatile, obviously to keep you warm in the winter, or maybe you're going to a fancy dinner that you just need a scarf or shawl, or maybe it's just a fashion element to tie your look together. They're so simple but so effective. You can buy them in stores obviously, but it's also one of the first pieces of clothing a beginner knitter or crocheter might attempt to make. I mean, hey, maybe you even got one as a gift from a loved one. Anyways, do you have a favorite occasion to wear a scarf, or maybe you've tried making one yourself? Let us know. That's all for today, see you tomorrow for day 64. Stack them up high on your plate because pancakes are a classic breakfast favorite that leaves you wanting seconds. Welcome back to day 64 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister S, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. I love pancakes. I mean, who doesn't? Whether they're your classic stack of pancakes or the more recent souffle style ones that are light and pillowy, pancakes are fluffy, tasty, and so great with so many toppings. But if there's one thing I don't really love about pancakes is making them. And honestly, it's not even about making them that I don't love, it's because it takes so long. Waking up first thing in the morning to make a healthy stack of them is a labor of love, especially if you're making them for a group. But as tiring as it can be, it doesn't stop me from craving them from time to time anyways. What are your favorite ways to eat pancakes? Let us know. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 65. Whether it's a sweet soft taffy, a salty licorice, or sour hard candies, I think there's a candy for everyone. Welcome to day 65 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. I don't know if you've ever watched videos of candy makers, but just watching them pour molten candy and stretching them out by hand into delectable treats is so satisfying, especially when they make those hard candies that have cute designs inside. Sometimes walking into a premium candy or chocolate store can give me mixed feelings. The candy smells so good and everything looks amazing, but they always are so expensive. I mean, that's the price you pay for mastery, but at least their taste is worlds apart from the rest. Anyways, what is your favorite type of candy? Have you tried making it yourself? Let us know. That's all for today, see you tomorrow for day 66. I don't think anyone will really deny this, but I think birds are so cool. They've inspired us to fly, they sing wonderful songs, they're incredibly intelligent, and are capable of so much. Welcome back to day 66 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister S, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. Flying, swimming, diving, hunting, when you list it all, it really seems like birds can do anything. On top of that, it feels like every time I come across a video of birds solving puzzles, I'm reminded of just how smart they are. It's really fascinating when a murder of crows remembers a specific person because they fed them, or maybe even wronged them somehow. The way they spread their generational love or hatred for a single person is almost inspiring, if not honestly kinda crazy. And then there are ones that straight up just eat bones as their diets, and I think to myself, yeah, these little modern day dinosaurs are definitely the reason the pecking order even existed in the first place. But anyways, which is your favorite bird species? Let us know. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 67. From Barbies to beer, science fiction to word processors, women have contributed to science, the humanities, and the things we love and enjoy since before we can all remember. Welcome to day 67 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. Happy International Women's Day! Even though I think we should celebrate achievements and appreciate the people around us all the time, sometimes I think it's nice to have days dedicated to remind you to think about the special people in your lives. In this case, the women in your life. Maybe it's your mom, sister, aunt, grandmother, friends, girlfriend, coworkers, or mentor. It's so easy to highlight and list out great women who have rightfully achieved so much, but oftentimes I think it's the women around you that have the greatest impact. So today, maybe take some time to spend it with the people you love the most. You can give them a hug, just like in this picture I have Ruby and Layla, characters from our webcomic Zenith and Infinity, doing just that. Anyways, do you have a female role model that you look up to? Or a story you'd like to share about the women in your life? Let us know. That's all for today. See you tomorrow for day 68. Springing forward, falling back, daylight savings is one of those things where if you have to experience it, you go, oh yeah, it's that time of year again. And I know for some of us it was yesterday, but yesterday there were better things to celebrate, and it still didn't make daylight savings be any less annoying. Welcome back to day 68 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister S, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. Daylight savings doesn't happen in all parts of the world, but for the 1/3 of countries that still use it, you'll know that springing forward 1 hour as we head into warmer months can be really disorienting. Losing that hour in our day almost messed up our own schedule for our challenge because we were like, where did the time go? But one thing that I find pretty neat is not every country adjusts their clocks on the same day, and can happen weeks to even a month after the earliest countries change their time. Not to mention, many countries near the equator have never even had daylight savings to begin with, which honestly makes a lot of sense. But anyways, do you guys have daylight savings where you're at? Let us know. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 69. Aliens, embrace them or fear them, for some reason humanity is always so eager to contact them. Welcome to day 69 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. Ever since I did my astronaut prompt all the way back on day 13, there was a comment or two on that video that has always stuck in my mind. The idea of extraterrestrial life forms in the universe. So naturally, of course, today's prompt is UFOs and aliens. As I was working on this prompt, I thought to myself, does our webcomic have aliens? I mean, there are other planets and worlds, so maybe? I don't know. Oh well, I'm not going to think too hard about it, and I'm just going to draw the first thing that comes to mind. Ash getting whisked away by an alien encounter while Ray watches on running after him. I don't know, does this count as getting kidnapped? Anyways, would you like to have an alien encounter? I know I wouldn't. Let us know. That's all for today. See you tomorrow for day 70. I feel like rock skipping is one of those mundane yet surprisingly technical skills you'll probably never find a use for. But watching stones speed across a body of water is one of those simple joys we get just from testing our own limits in a fun competition with friends. Welcome back to day 70 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister S, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. I'm no stone skipper myself, but the times I have tried it, I admittedly wasn't very good. Seeing your stones sink to the bottom of a lake after the first or second bounce is honestly pretty standard fare for a beginner, but watching some pros online do it and explain to you their techniques really makes you realize that no matter how big or small a hobby is, there really is a master for every craft. Still, even if I'm not very good, and it's an activity that won't necessarily get you anywhere, the biggest thing about rock skipping is that it brings a lot of fun, and I think that's one of the best reasons to do anything. But anyways, what sort of mundane hobbies do you have? Let us know. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 71. What do you think of when you see the color red? It's a primary color, it's bright and bold, and essential to any artist's palette, so let's talk about it. Welcome to day 71 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. When we talk about the psychology of color, the color red has a variety of meanings. From danger and passion, to love and aggression, red is honestly more than any other color, so expressive. Then when you factor in cultural meanings like luck in one of them and death in another, you can't help but think about how contradictory the color red is. But when I look at the full range of colors on my color palette, I kinda can't think of any other one that's so conflicting. But at the same time, I can't really imagine red being any other way. Anyways, what do you think about the color red? Or how's your favorite way to use it? Let us know. That's all for today. See you tomorrow for day 72. It's the weekend. With the weather creeping up from the negatives, for most people, I think we're all starting to get excited to spend more time outside. Welcome to day 72 of the 365-day challenge. Together with my sister Jay, we'll be challenging ourselves to draw every day for the whole year. While it's not quite spring yet, I'm sure there's many of us dreaming about how we'd spend a warm day out in the sun. Maybe you'll take a walk in nature, run around with your pets at a dog park, or in this case, like I'm drawing today, relaxing on your very own hammock. I've never been on a hammock before, but apparently it's very cozy. You can use them by yourself or even with a few people. I can imagine it now already. Reading a good book under some shade with a soft breeze in the air while birds chirp softly around you. Man, how relaxing is that? Who knows, maybe we can also take some time to close our eyes for a nap. Anyways, have you tried a hammock before? How's your favorite way to spend your time on one? Let us know. That's all for today. See you tomorrow for day 73.